Hey everybody, Matt, Happy Harvest CT here. We're out doing some work in the greenhouse this morning, but I got a lot of responses on that question, and a lot of people seem to be a little concerned about stuff they already planted. What I want to say is we are in zone 6, so our last frost date is the 26th of April. We haven't hit that yet, so yes, it could still freeze, and I always give 2 weeks after that and 2 weeks before that. Within that 4 weeks, that's like when you could be planting the crops that should be planted, but you don't want to plant like warm weather crops, or even cool. Like cold, you're okay. So if you planted broccoli or carrots or the fava beans or something like that, you're fine. All right, unless you're in Northeast Connecticut that got a lot of snow, that probably just compressed everything. Different story. We're just talking about frost here. All right. So seeds, if you put seeds in the ground, so how seeds come is they're dormant. All right, so they're not going to grow until they get water and warmth. Now, it really hasn't been warm enough, depending on when you planted your seeds, for them to germinate. But I'm sure if you planted seeds, and even if you live somewhere that was snow covered for a day, they're probably just going to break germination at a later time. So you're fine there. The frost that we had, at least in our part of the state, was very light. It wasn't even really a frost. It just snowed, but it was 38 degrees. So just kind of trust your gut on your little climate. Try to trust where you are. Look at that date, but kind of know, like I know since we're near the Connecticut River, like it's just a little warmer here. So I can plant things like a week earlier. But yeah, that week is big. So you don't want to go out and plant everything, and then all of a sudden a hard frost comes and it's 26 degrees or below, and you kind of get hit hard. So if you have any questions, again, if you planted seeds, I think you're fine. If you planted transplants, you're probably fine unless they got smashed and broken by the snow. So just kind of keep an eye on it. Remember, these plants are like, you got to treat them like they're your kids or your dog. You got to take care of them. You got to take them inside if it's too cold. You got to make sure they're fed. You got to make sure they have water. It's the best analogy I can think of. So, all right. Hope that answered some of your questions on the random snowstorm that happened in April.